So one important property for tiles, especially in labs and healthcare settings, is chemical resistance. And sometimes there's some confusion around that. There are some tests that you'll see. There are basic flooring tests. It's an ASTM test, the 925. This is specific designation. And that tests for common chemicals that, that would be around mostly cleaning types of things. And it's a good test, and it gives you an indication of what the material can and cannot withstand. But then there's a more rigorous list of chemicals that can be tested, and that's published by CIFA. And those chemicals are a more broader list. There's things that are found in labs, and some of them are pretty aggressive. Now, one thing you should note, it's not about passing the test, sort of the whole list. My product withstands all of this stuff. Really, nothing does. Some things are better for some materials and chemicals, and some things are better for others. What these tests do is it shows you, if the product's been tested to the entire list, it shows you what that product in particular is good for and what it's not good for. And the way the test reports back is sort of good, better, and best. It's not like a number, like I'm a 6.2 or anything. It's, again, a good, better, or best. Really what it is it has no effect, some effect, or a lot of effect. And that's how it gets rated. And so you can see, okay, this material is good with these chemicals, and this material is not so good with those chemicals, and that'll let you choose a material for your application. Now, while the CIFA list is pretty comprehensive, it's not 100%, so you may have something weird in your lab that's not on that list. And in that case, you should test it. And if companies trying to sell you flooring, and we do this, we'll send you some material and you can subject it to the chemical. The tests, the standard test method, really you're just exposing the material to the chemical for a period of time. So you could take a sample of the tile, pour some of the chemical you're concerned with on the tile, let it sit for 5 minutes, see what it looks like. Let it sit for an hour, see what it looks like. Let it sit for a day and see what it looks like. And that'll tell you kind of how that material holds up to your material. So again, you can start with the ASTM list of materials. It's kind of the general stuff you'd find in almost in everyday life. Go to the CIFA list if you're in a lab environment, because it's a much more comprehensive list. And if you get something really weird, test it yourself.